It's Paul Marsh, and I'm delighted to say that I've been joined by Paz Vega, who is the star and director of Rita. Paz, thank you so much for joining me.
No, thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure.
So let's talk about the film Rita, which I absolutely loved, by the way. I've seen that a lot of people have been asking you whether the film is autobiographical. I know it's not, but can you understand why a lot of people would think that?
So maybe people think about that because the movie was shot in Sevilla, which is my hometown and it, and in the 80s. So I was a kid in the 80s, and but the story is not my story. I use a context, I use an space and a time that I relate to that space and that time because I was a kid in Sevilla in the 80s, and everything around Rita, it was my life in a way. But what is happening in Rita in that family is not my story, not not so strong. So sometimes some things because um, we were in a society very machista in the past. Still, we are dealing with some things, some problems that we have to resolve, and but we are dealing still with things. And but yeah, but it's like a half and a half. Is half is by about my life, and the other part is not.
So when you were growing up, was domestic violence something you were aware of, or was it just background noise when you were young, and as you got older, it's something you became aware of?
Yeah, I think even when I was young, I mean, it was something accept in the society that we didn't have a name to name when there is a inside a family someone violent. We didn't have a name to name that thing, that situation in the past. We start to name, uh, saying, okay, this is domestic violence or this is gender violence, like 20 years ago, not before. Before it was like, okay, that was a problem. Okay, it's normal. Uh, the guy hit the mother, or the father hit the mother. It was kind of like accept by everyone in the society before. But it's that happened in Sevilla, in Spain, in I think everywhere.
Yeah.
But we learn, and now we know that, of course, that is not acceptable. We are fighting against that.
Now, as a big football fan, I have to ask you this question. It's not a big part of the film, but it's something that I really noticed. Whilst everything is going on in their lives, there is the quarterfinals of the Euro 84 with Spain. I found that really, really strange because obviously the World Cup was hosted in Spain in 1982, just 2 years prior. I wondered why you focused on that game in 1984 and you didn't just make it for the World Cup in Spain 82.
Well, probably because well, there is some date we need I needed to focus on 1984 because the law of to get divorced, it was just happening 2 years before, and I wanted to talk about that thing because in Spain the that law was very unpopular. Nobody wanted to get divorced. um, and um, and when there was a woman that they really want to leave the marriage, her marriage, for her was like a so hard, and all those women, they felt so alone
Mm.
in that process, and it was really hard. That's why I put 8084, 1984. It was a very it was a good year to work around, and I wanted to talk about football as the universe of masculine universe, that it was everywhere, everywhere when they were in. I remember that. I don't know you, but I remember when the World Cup or European Cup, it was everything was
Yeah.
surrounded by football, 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 and maybe you don't like football, maybe you didn't like football, but so it was very like oppression of, So I wanted to give that touch in the
A
movie.
nice frame of reference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, obviously, as I mentioned at the start, you are also one of the stars of this film, but you are also the director of the film. How was that? Was it very, very difficult? I can imagine.
I'm the writer as well. I wrote the script. Yeah, to be in and out camera. Being honest, it was hard. It was difficult. It was the most unpleasant part because I always it's hard to don't uh, take you out the costume of director. You know what I mean? So to be every morning being ready to jump in in front of the camera, um, it was it was very like a disconnection. So and I thought I'm not good. I'm not gonna do this anymore. If I'm directing, I just direct.
Yeah.
If I'm acting, I need to act because um, it's not a it's not fair. I feel like it's not fair because something is missing in and but if I see the result, I like the result. I'm happy with with joy that the jumping in and out all the time.
Did you have a good assistant director to
True.
maybe help you?
No, no. I have one of my producers. It was most of the time on set, and no, I say I did my thing. I check in the combo in the screen, and I say okay, let's move on. And it's like that. But I could that. I think I was be able to do that because the adults are in a very secondary part. They
Yes.
have, you know, so that's why I say, okay, I think I can do that. I can do this because I'm not all the time
Yeah.
in my close up. I have to be in something, in a mood or something. So I say, okay, I think I can do that because of that. But I don't think I'm gonna do it again. I don't think so.
Well, as you mentioned there, obviously you are in the film, but you are not the main star. Of course, the two main stars are your child actors. Now, I'm going to attempt to say their names, and I do apologize if I get this wrong. Sevilla Ayepus and Alejandro Escamilla.
Yes, yes,
Really?
yeah.
So as Rita and Lolo, and they are just both absolutely amazing. Did
Mhm.
you find it difficult to protect them from obviously what is quite an aggressive film in moments?
Yes, yes, yeah. But for us was very important that the kids they need to have fun on
Yeah.
set. It's not about their kids and they didn't know about the entire story. They came every day just to work little by little and just to okay, this is like a game. Let's have fun. And now we are playing like a daddy is upset because he came from the work from working and he's upset and you just and they react really well. So they are kids that they have an amazing capacity of listening, both of them, and that is a quality that sometimes actors will lose
Yes.
that capacity and the kids they have that capacity. So if you can manage that, wow, you can get the performances that I think they deliver in Rita. They are absolutely wonderful and beautiful, and also the parents they did a very good job having the kids in the best in the best way, no, and because this is a job of many people, and to get those kids very protected and of everything and the energy on set, because to be on set could be very stressful
Yeah.
for everyone, even more for a kid if you are a kid. So we really focus on protect those kids.
Oh, well, they were absolutely fantastic. They really were. The whole film is amazing. And especially with, like I say, obviously it focuses on domestic violence and the abuse of women. Now, since you starred in Spanglish, which was 20 years ago, a lot has changed in Hollywood. Now, you obviously moved between English and Spanish language films. Has the shift that's happened in Hollywood, do you see that's happened everywhere?
Hit
with
like what?
regards to in the nicest possible way, not abusing women and
Oh, of
respecting
course.
women.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, yeah, it's a duty that we have as society and in general. And movies or art is an expression of what is happening on the street, in the street. So I think I use my art, my job, to focus on this, because I think it's a problem that we need to solve. We are dealing with domestic violence, with or with gender violence, especially right now, even in the young people. That's very scary, because even young people, you see behaviors, very dangerous behaviors between girls and boys, and we need to work on that, and we need to still we need to fight on this, and this sadly, but we still are in the fighting. Yeah.
And we keep trying to do the right things as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Now, to finish on a lighter note, of course, you were at the Oscars just a couple of weeks ago. How was that? How was it being at the Oscars?
Oh, it was fantastic. Always is fun. Um, yeah, it was beautiful. I'm a member of the Academy since 2019, and when I can, I go, and it was beautiful. It was fun. The ceremony was fantastic. All the performances and everything. Yeah, always is a good moment.
And of course, one of your co-actors, Adrian Brody, who you star with Emperor, which is due to come out, I believe, either later this year or maybe next year.
We hope so. We filmed that it was shot many years ago. Well, many years. I don't remember, but it was shot many years ago, and I hope that work comes up, because it was a wonderful project, and yeah, I'm very happy with for Adrian. It was fantastic. I'm really happy for him.
And how was that working with him?
Oh, it was fantastic. Oh, he's wonderful. He's wonderful. He's fun. He's a very good partner, and he's an amazing actor, an amazing talent, and I felt very lucky and be with him on set.
Well, look, Paz, thank you so much for talking to me. I really do appreciate it. Rita, like I say, is such a powerful, powerful piece of film. I really do urge everybody to see it. And I know that it is coming to the UK on digital platforms on the 24th of March. So, Paz, thank you so much for talking to me. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Pleasure.